different thing. We'll talk about mindset, right? So I cannot duplicate like a Tony Robbins seminar in the next 3 minutes, okay? But to be absolutely, I believe, whether it's real estate or anything, I think you need to adopt the mindset of a pro athlete, okay? You really do. You need to have that kind of mindset. And look, in this area, you got the ability to make $100,000, $250,000. There are agents making over $500,000 a year gross commission sales in the Sacramento region. And I don't even want other part. So you can make a significant income, without a college degree. So there's something to be gained here, right? And our skill is really what comes out of our mouth. Because the actual skill, I mean, the documents are pre-printed for us. Now, you need to understand them. It's like being a lawyer, but the skill is really what comes out of our mouth, right? And what comes out of our mouth is controlled by what's in our brain, right? Which causes us to react. So, I don't know if you guys are even old. Did you guys use cassette tapes?
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy did. Did you ever use cassette?
Not that.
Okay, so we used to make tapes, cassettes, or it's like you could rewrite tapes. You could write over them, right? So I think of my mind. You think of that little voice in your head. You always got that little voice, right? And I think of that little voice as an endless tape. Now, is that little voice me? Is that little voice is that you, Jeremy, your little voice? You think so? Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes that little voice is me, but sometimes that little voice is maybe my wife. Or sometimes that little voice is my dad, or my friends, or what I heard on the news, or what I heard in a podcast, or what I read. Right? So you got this little voice. Now, whether or not you agree with, whether you think it's you or not, doesn't matter. It's going. Now, the other point is, can you stop the little voice? Can you shut it down? You can't. Especially you. I know. Could you shut down that voice right now? You can't. Maybe unless you're some super know how to meditate and quiet your mind. You're always thinking, right? It's like, try to stop thinking. You're not going to stop thinking, right? So you got this voice, this tape playing. I call it a tape. You got a voice. You can't stop it, but sometimes you don't want to hear it, right? Especially if you're going on, getting ready to go to a listing appointment, a competitive listing appointment, right? And you don't want to be thinking about something you don't want to be thinking about, right? So what's the solution is you could that's why I like calling it a tape. You could rewrite that voice, right? Which is why picking what you read, reading the Bible, picking out podcasts, structuring what you listen to on positive things, who you hang around with, you're right? You could rewrite that voice. And that's maybe my message, is you got to work to always rewrite that tape, right? Because the voice controls what you say, which is going to control what money you make in this business, right? Another I got this from Matt Ferry. He called it the drunk monkey. You imagine if you had a pet monkey. I always wanted to have a pet monkey, but it would be a mess, right? Imagine I imagine it'd be hard to house train, so it'd be going around the house and peeing and pooping. And then if it was drunk, it'd be a real mess, right? And sometimes our mind could be like a drunk monkey, right? It's just going all over the place, peeing and pooing, right? Which is not going to help people buy or sell homes and ultimately, make a living at this business. So, like I said, I can't duplicate a Tony Robbins seminar, but that's, picking I always will have a book to read or two, you know, so I could pick something, right? I could, you know, you have to learn to control that mind.